Alright, you guys, gonna do some cold starts with that Vedder pocket locker, and these will be hands-off runs. And I have a seaside silhouette out at 7 yards, so these won't be pretty. .63. 2.53. 3.17. I have a couple pocket holsters. I've been it's not the thing I carry the most by any means, but I do practice with pocket pistols a lot. And one thing I've always found out is I have found zero consistency within the draw as far as a hands-off draw. So I'm gonna go ahead and run some now hands-on. We'll get some differences in time and everything. .47. 1.45. 'Think that's my fastest. And a 1.34. Right, you guys, want to go ahead and start off and just let you know that this is a dead end and I am in a safe and controlled environment and everything. Also, don't recommend shooting still as close as I do. There's always safety concerns within doing that. But today I want to go ahead and talk about the Vedder pocket locker holster, and want to go ahead and start off with the disclaimer. Just know that they just recently sent this out to me. All right, just want to go ahead and put that out there. The particular one I have is for the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0, and our firearm is clear. And I went ahead and went with both of the actual two possible upgrades. Those is the curved portion here, and as well as the thumb release. I actually thought of doing my initial impressions. I think it was like a week or something ago, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because at first I wasn't a big fan of this actual thumb release. Let's go ahead and get into that. All my experiences, initial impressions, it would have kind of been like an out-of-the-box type of thing. I was realizing, with zero experience with any of the other holsters for different model pistols, but for this one, I was noticing that while I was kind of messing around dry firing, I had to really break my grip to kind of get up there to get onto it. So once I got off, then I would have to readjust my grip to get up high and tight again. That might have not been the best example of that right there, but that's what I was finding. And I was thinking what I might have ended up doing was just chopping that right off to get rid of it, as at that same time I had a a blister right here, an open wound, and it was just rubbing right there every single time I tried to go for it and everything. But gave it an extra week, and what I found is I actually don't mind the actual thumb release. What I found is with the hands off, I was actually using it quite a bit. As I was hands off going for the draw, I was finding my hand. As I was actually finally finding it, once getting it in my pocket, I would push and start there. And I was still off grip. And as I was coming up to present, I was fixing my grip and everything. And this is my first holster ever with one of those, and it was just kind of coming naturally to be able to do so. So don't mind the actual thumb release and would recommend that. As far as the curvature and everything, I do have other pocket pistols with different styles of pocket holsters, and it's not 100% it's going to stay in the pocket. I found that to be true with the pocket locker. Sometimes it retains my pocket, sometimes it doesn't. And what I have done is, as far as on the draw, is to help aid with the hook, which once again doesn't happen all the time, is I kind of do a back swiping movement to kind of help ensure that it actually does draw removed from the actual holster and everything. As far as concealability, it conceals just as good as any of my other pocket holsters. Instead of giving a gun print in your pocket, it then just gives more of a rectangular actual footprint there in your pocket, or print and everything. Gives it that like cell phone wallet like look and everything. Security and everything. It gives you 100% cover of the trigger and trigger guard. At least for mine, it does not give 100% cover of the mag release. Me personally, I don't know. At this moment right now, I don't mind. I haven't seen any issues with it not covering it, so I don't have any big concerns with that there. But as far as initial impressions so far, I'm a fan of this. This is my first Kydex pocket holster, as all my prior experiences have always been with nylon ones and everything. And I'm definitely enjoying this, and I will be continuing to get reps on this and training with this, as this is something I do carry. Not as often as my full-size appendix stuff, but there's situations based off of what I'm wearing in a given situation where I do actually gravitate towards this. And I also like my pocket carries sometimes for just hanging out around the house, or whenever out doing running and stuff like that. But after I get some more time with this, I'll go ahead and throw out a follow-up video. And no, actually right now, there is a month of July 20% off with for everything in Vedder. They did give me a link. I would provide it for you. If I can get that thing to work, I will go ahead and provide it with you somewhere down below in the description or something. But just know, if you're interested in a Vedder anything right now, now's the time to get it, as they have a 20% off discount going on. All right, guys, thanks and have a good day.